Yo, what's up? Yo, what's up? Yo, what's up? Um, I'm gonna make some music, or I'm gonna work on some music. The reason why my mic is on is because I just want to vent a little bit. Like most streamers, they automatically turn on the mic, the camera, all that stuff, and it becomes a thing where it's just like talking points, and like just and self-importance, self-aggrandization of stating the same things ad nauseum, just over and over again, different face, different mouth, same fucking words and ideas. And so, like, I try to stay away from that. I say, you know what? If I'm gonna stream and it's a game, let it be the game. If I'm gonna stream and it's music, let it be music. And periodically, randomly, spontaneously, I will hop on the mic and say this or that about this or that, just to kind of to vent, you know. And yeah, venting I wish to do. It's funny though. Once I turn on the stream and I start talking, it's I feel as though a buffer gets turned on, a filter, or like some sort of acknowledgement where it causes me to be kinder than I prefer. Like right now, I feel very kind of sedated, kind of meh. But before I turned on the stream, I was very amped up and feeling strongly about a lot of stuff. But often that type of thing is pointless because everybody's doing it. Everybody has a blowhorn now with the internet and social media. One thing I want to say though is fucking I don't talk to these people anymore because of the situation that happened between us. But I replay it in my mind and think about it and think about how stupid these people were. Just how humiliatingly immature and naive and Darwinistic in the sense that they put themselves in grievous danger and harm, and they were planting landmines, not literally, of course, figuratively, metaphorically. They were planting landmines right under their feet, right under their family's feet in their own home, wherever they went. And if you're ever listening to this, Elijah, you are such a dumb motherfucker. You are a bitch. Like, I let you speak and say your piece, and I try to give you your space and your due to express yourself and to explain your perspective or the situation, but then to come at me and say, I run my family like a business. My family's like a business. You don't understand. I run my family like a business. It's a business. I run my family like a business. I've got a wife and kids. I run my family like a business. First of all, bitch, if you run your family like a business, then your business would have changed hands. Like you would have sold it years ago. And like your business, aka your family and your wife and your kids, they would have changed hands like what, 12 times? How many times, like how many people has your wife fucked while in your marriage? Like under your tutelage and your guidance, your business acumen? You're a dumb motherfucker. You really are a dumb motherfucker. Hold on, it's my turn to talk now. I run my family like a. You dumb mother. What kind of business is that? Radio Shack? Sears? You fucking Pure One Imports, you dumb, stupid bitch. Twitter? Is that how you run your fucking business? You moronic fucking idiot. And I think that's the gist of my venting, is that there are so many moronic fucking idiots who, first of all, they lack common sense. They lack the ability to be accountable. They lack the ability to clearly see what is going on in front of them without blinders on, applied fucking blinders for either this or that. Oh, I don't like the color yellow. Let me make sure the shade, I can't see the color yellow. That's essentially what they're doing. And it's pitiful and sad. So many motherfucking idiots think they have a clue. But in reality, they don't even fucking want. They don't want to know what the jigsaw puzzle looks like when it's completed. They'll take one little piece and say, "Oh, that's enough for me. I hope the rest is just as good. The rest is just as great. Everybody gets a piece. Good for you." But when you put the jigsaw piece together, you see that your piece goes on top of all these other fucking pieces, on top of all these other fucking people that you're fucking over. And it just, people are so fucking blind. They want to act like an authority figure with some sense. You know, people like me, see, my birthday's on January 6th. And the people who run the show, they know this. And I know you know this. They know this, and I know you know this. And I know you know I know this. We all know it. But the people that are being played. And so my birthday is January 6th. And, you know, I don't really get much for my birthday. I'm not really a big celebratory person on my birthday. It's just another day. Like, I love myself. I think I'm a great person. I think I have unlimited potential. I think I'm very kind and thoughtful. I can be. And of course, I do have the shadow side as well. You know, I'm not someone that's going to say, "Oh, don't be a hater. Don't be this. Don't be that." No, be it all. Be it the fuck all. You know why? You know why? You know why? Be a lover, a hater, a fighter, a fucking whatever the fuck, a pussy, whatever it is. Be it all. Be it all at some point. Is so that you have a better understanding of fucking life, of existence, of your fucking own limitations, of your own psyche. And like, no one does it. No one is able to confront themselves like they're the enemy and like they gotta make peace with themselves. No one confronts themselves and says everything you've been taught is bullshit. And the coping mechanisms which you taught yourself, which are also bullshit, the mechanisms to cope with the coping mechanisms, or the things you do to correct those things, are also bullshit. Why? Because they're built on foundations of fucking death, of corruption, of lies, of narcissism, vanity. It's curious to think how long we each have, or how long we have collectively. Because everybody's in their own little fucking world. Everybody's in their own little fucking world. And that's fine. That works if you've either made peace with it. And you say, okay, all right. My happiness, my pleasure, my conformity, my complacency, my safety and security, that's gonna either take me working very hard and diligently my whole fucking life, or it's gonna take some other people somewhere else, out of sight, out of mind, being fucked over really hard. And the majority take that latter. They take that latter and they say, you know what? Out of sight, out of mind. I got a wife. I've got kids. I've got a business. Let me focus on that instead of the corrupt nature of yourselves. And it's just so fucking sad how people cannot confront their issues. And it's sad when people take advantage of themselves and allow themselves to be open to be taken advantage by others. But at the end of the day, then they end up acting like a fucking complete victim. A complete victim. You victimized yourself, you silly, stupid, fucking whorish bitch. You victimize yourself. You put your own family in danger. You put yourself in danger. The things that you feed into, the things that you give power to, the way that you have saved yourself, it's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. Andrew Tate, everyone is bullshit. Whoopi Goldberg, everyone is bullshit. People don't understand. You people don't fucking get it. You people do not fucking get it. There must be, I was listening to someone talk about Taoism and the Tao of poo. And like, this person's intelligent. They're really nice. They're really down to earth. Well, excuse me. I shouldn't say intelligent. They are able to focus, which goes a long way in academia. Being able to focus, being able to repeat things, for years in schools, when I grew up and when I was out of school and stuff, there was the conversation of schools don't teach you, was it how to think or what to think, whatever the fuck it is. The whole point is the way academia is set up, all it really takes is someone that has a very good focus and commitment to be someone who flourishes in whatever field they choose. I think intelligence goes way deeper than that. There's different levels of intelligence. There's being streetwise. There's academics. There's being able to decipher and decode things around you. There's an emotional intelligence, a psychological intelligence, etc. And there is an infantilism in society where people act like children. They act like stupid motherfucking kids. And that is shown in the things that we purchase. Our materialistic possessions are reflective of childhood. And since we have been placed in this childlike state, accountability is very lacking, and logic and reasoning is greatly lacking. And it just sucks that no one sees what's going on. Like, for us to make it, we have to regress. We have to say no. Like I've said many times before on my rants, no, I am done participating. I don't want participation. Like, that's exactly why, there's so many things that I could open up the world's eyes to. All that participation nonsense about, you're going to get participation points just for being here, for just writing your name on the test, for being a black student in a fucking majority white school. You're just gonna get passed. You'll get your grades, whatever it is. Participation is what matters. And so, how am I gonna awaken you dumb motherfuckers that I love so dearly? So dearly, dearly, dearly that I still have hope in you, even though you've shown me nothing but your fucking asses. So, participation points. Why did that become a cultural phenomenon? Something that changed where kids used to be held to a higher standard academically, physically, whatever it is. We used to ask more. We used to teach better. There used to be a more grounded understanding. But now it's simply being there is enough. Now, why is that? Why is that, Will? You seem to know what's going on. You seem to have a clear understanding and a view of what is going on. So tell me, you dumb, smart, motherfucking, arrogant piece of shit who thinks he knows everything. Why was the participation points so necessary in this new culture and society? Please enlighten us. Well, Tim Pool, if you shut the fuck up and listen. It's because they need participants in this new society. Okay? They need you to participate. They desperately need you to participate. So they condition you, they condition your kids, they condition the sperm and the ghosts that aren't born yet. I'm being absurdist and ridiculous a little bit, I know. Get used to it. They need you to participate at any cost. They need you to participate at any cost. They need you to participate at any cost. A large portion of the population cannot participate. It's not enough because they can sway things, change things, and they can make things appear the way they're not. Just like with the election. Just like it with the election wasn't stolen, bitch motherfucker. Are you retarded? Are you a dumb piece of shit? Of course it was. All our elections are decided beforehand. All the candidates. Look at what happened to Bernie Sanders. He got enough votes. No, give it to Hillary. Look at hey, bitch, no one likes you, but you're vice president. It's all a joke. It's a scam. It's a scam. And the only way you can fucking get out of this shit is by saying no thanks. Take me off your list. Don't call me anymore. Don't call me anymore with this nonsensical shit. It's just the hard thing about that is you can't do that to everyone. You can't say, as good as it is for me to not confront, it's good and bad. It's to their benefit that I don't confront the people that I mentioned earlier. Elijah and Nikita. It's to their benefit that I don't confront them. Which is why it was like pulling teeth to have a sit down and discuss the monstrosity that they allowed to fester and grow and linger and live within their household so that it would toxify any people that would come into it, i.e. fucking Nikita. Like she is some deli fucking meat on the deli counter and people are just coming in waiting to chop off a pound. Give me some of that flank steak. I'll take a T-bone, please. Can I get a thigh and breasts? I mean, come on. Come the fuck on. Come the fuck on. And then you want to act like an adult while you're jeopardizing everything? Come the fuck on. And that's the problem, is that for me to fully confront those people, it would destroy their lives. It would destroy their family dynamic. It would destroy probably their working relationships. It would destroy their not just immediate family, but the family around them. To know the type of behavior that they perpetuated and made integral into their relationships with people, with her relationships with men. Um, that same type of mentality of, oh, I'm not hurting anyone. I'm not hurting, but wait, but you are. But you have, and you will if you keep doing this. And so, excuse me. And so that is why I make the insightful point to confront the situation that I'm talking about, that I'm using analogous to the bigger conversation. To confront these things would be to destroy them, to bring them back down to their most fundamental forms, to atomize them. But it's not with the sole intent to obliterate and annihilate till the end of time. No, it's to restructure. It's to restructure. It's to build everything, break everything down to its most basic components, so that you can look at the components and say, oh, well, I don't need this anymore. Well, this is actually hurting the situation, or this is making it not as smooth, or we have a better tool for this, or this is perfect. We need to atomize society, ourselves, culture, religion, existence. And as human beings, we've shown extremely capable to fulfill tasks, but we are being given the wrong tasks to fulfill at this point. Our tasks at this point, it's like we need a budget. We need to say, okay, this earth will sustain us for this amount of time. We can give 3-hour works week, 3-day work weeks for this long before the financial institutions collapse and supply chains collapse and farms and this, that, and the other. We need to budget properly so we can say, okay, this is the amount of time we have left to figure shit out, instead of being like, oh, it'll work out in the end. It'll work out in the end. Just keep on working. Just keep on working. Don't think about the minutia. Don't break things down. Don't reflect. Don't account. Just pretend you're religious and go to your 12-step program, which is a fucking religious crock of shit in the first fucking place. It's just funny when former addicts try to act morally superior, or they've unlocked a fucking key. No, bitch. I was never locked in a box. I never put myself in a box. Therefore, I don't need to find a fucking key by doing 12 fucking steps just to get out of that fucking box. And I don't have to keep doing a 12 fucking step walk around the goddamn box to make sure I don't go in the box. So it really fucking annoys me when addicts want to fucking tell you how to fucking do this, that, or the other. It's like, worry about your own shit. Maybe that's what you should do, is worry about your own shit. This whole mentality of feel good. I just want to feel good. I just want to feel good, and, you know, that's all that matters in life. Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure, if you don't give a fuck about anything else, if you don't give a fuck about tomorrow, if you don't give a fuck about the person next to you, if you don't have any gratitudes for the people that came before you, sure. Sure. But we are being ushered towards a cliffside and then being told that there's treasure down there and we're leaping. Look at the Whatever podcast. The Whatever podcast is literally showing how demented and stupid and brainwashed and morally bankrupt and pathetic and pathetic and pathetic and pitiful the Western female is. I was listening to from Whatever, and it was some woman was saying, "Oh yeah, I like to play with men's hearts, and I like to humble men. And I was in a relationship with a guy. I didn't really like him. I just wanted to break his heart and to see if I could like mess with him and experiment with him and blah blah blah." And she's like, "Yeah, this is what I'm into." Blah, 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 blah. And she said this as if it was a fucking as if it was some type of thesis she was fucking working on. Like she's some brilliant fucking sociologist or something. In reality, there was a movie actually with Paul Rudd in it. I forget the name, but literally that's what the movie was about. So the point I'm trying to make, if you haven't picked up, is you're not original. You're not fucking original. You're not fucking original. You may have an original idea to yourself and to like your small little inner circle, but as soon as you open your world up, you're not original. You're a copy or a clone. People are very similar in a lot of ways. It's so much has to do with the environment. So much has to do with the environment. And this girl's environment was oblivious to what came before her. Oh wow, like you think it's so original. Like, no, first of all, that's disgusting. It's wrong. It's pathetic. It's demented. It's sub-civilized, uncivilized, and it's not worthy of citizenry. Like literally, we need to start thinking about it like that. Is like, are you worthy to be an American? Not let me give me your poor, hungry, tired, fucked up, retarded, rapist, fucking criminal, drug, fucking pushing, fucking criminal, whatever it is, terrorist, blah blah blah. We need to start being more selective. America needs some feminism. America, close your legs. Stop fucking every loser that comes into you. you know, or stop letting every loser that you see come in you. And it's interesting to the people that know what's going on, who really know what's going on, and are aware. This has to be extremely silly. What I'm doing, in my own self-realization, this is extremely silly. This is me throwing my piss drips in the ocean, if I can be so vulgar. Because no one's listening. No one's waking up. No one really gets it. People are going to be offended before they are enlightened. Ain't good. Fuck them. Most people deserve some offense. And yeah, so this is a bit absurd, but I guess absurdity is also part of my bag. Well, I'm gonna start getting into the music. Hopefully, my vibe switches to that. But I will be right back. And I think I'm comfortable enough to predict that there's going to be a major earthquake in California. Um, if people have noticed, tons of snow, big winter storms on the West Coast, dry, no snow on the East Coast. Now, I'm not a. What do they call? What do they call God damn it! I literally just had the word. Is it a geologist? Hold on. Let me check. I'm thinking back to my days of watching Tremors. That's how I got my random information is of course, duh. I knew what it was. I can't believe I forgot that word. But I think I was educated by TV and movies much more than I was ever school. Much more. Much more. I can confidently. Sorry, that's my arm. I can confidently say that television and films and books, of course. Ooh, books. We have someone who's literate. And books were my better educators. And you know what? Good for me, because the fucking way school is, fuck that. But anyways, yes, the study of earthquakes. I'm not a seismologist. Duh, I knew what that word was. I know what a seismologist is. I'm not a fucking illiterate idiot. But I did learn that word and what that is from the movie Tremors, so sort of an idiot. Basically an idiot. But I'm not a seismologist, but I know that when there is such a huge discrepancy in weather, especially moisture, it's not necessarily a catalyst, but it could be a just like an adjacent warning sign. Okay, it's like there's a building on fire next door, and you leave your building just in case because okay, it could be just there's an adjacent thing there, and I think that the climate upheaval, because I'm not going to say change, is going to ramp up in ways inside the earth, not just on top of it, but we're going to start definitely seeing some more internally based changes with what's going on in the world. I definitely see the oceans heating up. Definitely heating up. I see many more earthquakes, and definitely wild storms. And you know what's funny? Is no one ever talks about this anymore. I believe the Navajos, or one of the native tribes, or maybe a few, also acknowledge this. And in the past, they did. There used to be YouTube videos all the time saying, hey, the sun looks a little bit different. Hey, where the sun is in position this year looks a little bit different. It looks a little bit different. And the thing is, I don't think people on Earth would know. If we didn't have satellites and instruments to measure something such as the Earth's rotation, we would never know. We would never know. But global warming isn't real in the sense that they advertise it to you. It's not. What has happened, and I'm not saying pollution does not do extremely detrimental things to our environment. Oh, it fucking does. It does. It really does. That's why I hate people who litter. And I hate Elon Musk and motherfuckers like that who say they want to save the planet or this, that, or the other to some fucking extent. But then their products are literally destroying fucking environments, races, well, not full races, but full populations, I should say, of people, and are destroying the planet. Fuck, I lost my train of thought. Oh, this was what I was going to say. I'm going to cheers it real quick. So cheers to you too. If you're so in that culture, the cheers culture, you know. So cheers. So cheers. You don't need to worry about global warming. Okay? That's like, I don't know. I don't have an analogy after the cheers. You don't need to be worried about global warming. You need to be more aware of a polar a polar a polar shift, you fucking idiots. You need to be worried about a polar fucking shift. That is why the weather's changing so drastically. That is why the ice is melting. That is why we're seeing so many weird fucking anomalies. And with the magnetic poles shifting, think about it. Think about all your your new agey nonsense that you buy into, you know? All your chakras. Think about chakras. Align your chakras, guys. Align your chakras. Magnetism and gravity are so interlinked. Now, a polar, hear me out. Polar, pole, antenna. Okay? Learn with me, baby. Learn with me. Polar, pole, antenna. What am I trying to say? When the poles shift and the magnetic frequency of the earth, the vibrational frequency and the magnetism of the earth changes. Dun dun dun. Hey, Dad, the TV signal's all messed up. Why can't I see the game, Dad? Well, son, don't you know that our new TV, they have bunny ears, and all you gotta do is move the antenna. Dad, what's an antenna? The pole on the TV. When you move the pole on the TV, you're gonna get a better signal. Signal. Polar, poles, polar shift, antenna, signal. Polar shift, pole, antenna, signal. Broadcast. vibration, frequency, wavelength. Change the poles, you change the antenna, you change the frequency, you change the wavelength, you change the vibration. However, whichever way that needs to be organized, those are the components that you are seeing being moved about. They want you to think about it as, hey, this is just global warming. Because you motherfuckers are farting too much. You motherfuckers are eating too many goddamn hamburgers, and you're farting too much. That's what's going on. So you're going to start eating crickets, farting less, and don't worry. We've got some self-driving cars for you that'll drive you off a cliff. So, think about it. TV. Hey, Dad, we can either watch this nice family show with our family. This is really cheesy. With our whole family all together, all happy, and we can enjoy ourselves and laugh, or we could watch this really depressing, sad, awful, scary, a paranoid show together, and we can all start hating each other and freaking out and seeing shadows on the wall. Dad, what show should we watch? What show should we watch before I move this antenna? Tell me, what channel should we put it on? Should I put it on 11 or negative 11? I don't know, son. You should make the decision. Okay, Dad. I'll make the decision. Do. Moose antenna. Oh, sorry about that. Sorry about that. Is there fuckery going on? Let me check. Let me check. Is there fuckery going on? Okay. Internet seems to be working still. How long have I been speaking for? Damn, near an hour? Holy shit. I had some stuff on my chest. Encoder overloading. So there was fuckery going on. Very interesting. Very interessante. Encoder overloaded. Interesting. Interesting message, computer. Very interesting random messages. Interesting. Anyways. So yeah. That's some pretty deep shiznit. The more I figure out, the more you figure out. At least I hope so. And the thing is, it's not my intention to be right. It really isn't. It's like, maybe at some point it was. A very naive, stupid, impressionable young man wanted to be right, maybe, at some point. But knowing better at this point, I don't want to be right about anything. I really don't. I really don't. Being right about things. I wish I could say it was accidental. I wish I could say, wish I could say a lot. Sorry, my computer's being weird. My computer's being weird, and I know why. I'm not stupid. I'm not fucking stupid. I am not a fucking moron. It's just really unfortunate that this is the situation of reality. That whatever vibration this is, I'm at, we're at, if this is a collective and not just a observable experience. It's just unfortunate because the potential is there, but the potential is there. It's really interesting how reflective experiences, macro, micro, fractal, it's an optical illusion, distance and size and difference. There's a lot of lessons being learned, and I just hope I think in my most optimistic foot forward right now would be to say that we're learning. We're learning. We're figuring it out. Growing pains. It's tough. But we will do it. We will get through this one way or another. We are going to get through this. We have to just deal with all of this. Because there's a lot of frustration and pain and disappointment and hurt and a lack of trust. And there was a conversation that someone was having in their chat the other day, which what I just said made me think about it. They were talking about love and those traits, trust, things like trust, loyalty. And someone said those are the byproduct of love. Trust and all those things. Loyalty. That if you love someone, then you trust them and you're loyal to them, etc. And in my discomfort in hearing someone else's opinion, which I felt there could be a tangible discourse and reasonable debate over, I disagreed, and I said, no, I think first you build trust and loyalty, and then love becomes a byproduct of those elements. And on further analyzation of those thoughts, I came to the conclusion that we are both right. That in an ideal, that we would form things like trust and loyalty and all those good qualities of a relationship we look for first, and then we would prepare or consider and discuss building a proper relationship from. And I think they're both true, because the unhealthy way to do it is to be madly in love. And I know for myself personally that was something that I've struggled with, is immediately allowing myself to be susceptible to strong feelings without the foundational network built before it, the support system that would this is a message to Russell Brand. If you're out there and your energy feels this, please help me clear my energy of the heavy, burdenous thoughts. Because, and this is going to be cheesy, but it's the truth, Tony Stark is right. Thanos is right about carrying the burden. And they are the same person in a certain sense. They both have the same mission. They both have the same decree and feelings. And if we were to fully flesh these people out and profile them, you could probably say in another life, Thanos would have preferred to be the father that he gave mere glimpses of to Gamora. That his way of being a good father was to create someone that didn't need parentage in the same way, that didn't need relationship in the same way. Thanos is very much like Mrs. Havisham from Great Expectations, in the sense that everything of his has been broken, and he saw it all go to hell, and he might have had the foresight and wisdom to see it coming, but he gave himself over maybe to the plight of his people, just as Miss Havisham gave herself over to the plight of her own heart, and then allowed it to twist her into something really bad and evil. And same with Thanos. And I believe this duality of Tony Stark and Thanos is a good duality when it comes to carrying a burden and carrying a weight. In one sense, you could allow that burden to destroy life. In the other sense, you hopefully become a steward of it and
So, there's very few energies in this world that I feel kin to. There are portions of me, slivers of myself that fit into people's. This is going to sound stupid, but whatever. They fit into people's cracks and crevices. Those slivers, but they're not me entirely. And there's very few people that I could feel that kinship with. And I brought up Russell Brand because I believe he would be one of those people where it would almost be like a clean loop, a clean circle 8, an infinity loop. Because I believe there would be a lot of clean, profound, easy discourse with him, where both our biases or preferences would be respected and heard out and empathized with. For me to take a real kinship with you, it has to be because you have an extremely deep well of empathy, while also having an extremely good sense of humor, as well as being extremely open-minded. Empathy, humor, and open-mindedness. Yeah. So, what time is it? I think I'm actually going to end stream. I'm going to check the internet, see what's going on, and maybe I'll pop back on to do what I wanted to do. But I actually really wanted to do this, which was just vent. But yeah, I'm going to check my shit, and then maybe I'll be back for some music. So, bye-bye. For now, or maybe forever, I don't know. But thanks, either way. You're great. Or maybe you're not. Hopefully you are.